In today's karate lesson, we're going to be going over a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to make sure that we get to cover some punching skills. We're going to make a fighting stance and punch single-handed switch, do some double hands. We're going to go over a little bit of stretching. We're going to work on your fighting stance. We're going to have 2 blocks that I want to cover, and then we're going to work on your 1-steps, the next set of 1-steps that you need to do, 7, 17, and 27. And then we're going to do actually work on our self-defense, new self-defense techniques, working number 6, 16, and 26. Right? And as always, I have a challenge for you at the end. So let's get started. Good. All right, we're going to start off with 10 jumping jacks. Put your feet together, hands by your side. Get ready, 10 jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, I want you to do 5 push-ups. So start by laying down on your stomachs. Put your hands next to your body as close as you can. Put your feet close together. Put your chin down. Keep your back very straight and push up. 1. Another one. 2. Up 3. 4. 5. Great. Now stand up. All right, so now we need to start off with our punching. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start from a fighting stance. So put your feet apart, do a ready position. I want you to put your right foot in front of you. Put your hands up. All right, we're going to start off by punching with our front hand. The front hand is going to jab straight out at me. Hold it. Now, make sure you're looking right down and squeeze it, pull it back. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to use the same hand. Don't switch your feet. Don't switch hands. I want you to punch straight forward a bunch of times, making sure each one is strong. Try to count in your head. I want you to punch for 30 seconds without stopping. Ready, set, go. Great, and now I want you to switch your feet, put the other foot in front, use the other hand. Remember to go all the way out, squeeze it tight, and pull it back. If you're just shaking your hand back and forth, that doesn't count. You have to go all the way out, look all the way down every single time. I want you to do this hand for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. All right, now switch your feet. We're going to go back to the first side. Now I want you to do 2 punches. You're going to punch with the front hand, then the back hand before you do it again. You're going to go 1, 2, bring your hands back to the guard position. Make sure you pause. 1, 2, and come back. 1, 2, 2 at a time. Slight pause in between. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Great, now switch your feet. Now you're going to use the other hand first, the one that's in front of you. This one over here, punch straight out. Then the other hand, get your hands ready. You're going to go 1, 2, pause, just like you did. 30 more seconds, ready, go. Now we're going to work on stretching. I want you to have a seat, straight down. We'll start with the butterfly stretch. You're just going to bring your feet in close to your body. Put your bottoms of your feet together, feet in close. Grab onto your toes. I want you to pull your head down as far as you can towards your feet. I want you to count back from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit up. Now I want you to put your legs out straight. Keep your legs completely straight, feet together. You're gonna reach towards your feet. Whether you can touch them or not, doesn't matter. I just want you to reach as far as you can, making sure that your legs stay straight. It should hurt through the back of your legs, specifically up the top, maybe a little bit through the bottom, but I do want you to keep your legs straight, lean forward, and try to reach. If you can reach all the way over your feet, fantastic, right? If you can't reach at all, just make sure you're going as far as you can, head down, really push. Let's hold that for about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now sit up. I want you to bring one leg in this way. So one leg is tucked, the other leg is straight. Now turn your whole entire body forward toward this leg. Reach both hands and try to touch under your foot. Also put your head down as far as you can. The closer to your foot that you can go, the better. Head all the way down. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now sit up. Let's switch. Put the other leg out in front. Keep your leg bent. This leg straight. Reach all the way over top, both hands, and put your head down. And now count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Sit up. Now I want you to put your legs apart as far as they'll go. As far as you can. Reach your hands all the way down to the middle. Go as far as you can, and then pull yourself just a little tiny bit farther. Put your head all the way down, and then you're going to count all up to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little farther if you can. 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly sit yourself up. Cross your legs. Good. Make sure you stand up. Wonderful job. All right, now we're going to work on the horse stance. All right, the horse stance, you're going to start with your feet about double shoulder width apart, right, which is twice the width of what your shoulders are. All right, you're going to keep both of your feet forward. You're going to bend both of your knees, kind of like you're sitting on something, and chamber your hands back. All right, what's really important during this is that it's really easy to get a little more comfortable by leaning forward. Right? When you're leaning forward, you're looking down. It's not a really good position for you. So you want your back to be straight. You want your chin to be up, and you want to be looking straight forward. In fact, kind of look at something a little bit above the screen where you're looking at right now. So both your hands are chambered, and you're going to bend your knees and go straight down. As soon as you feel like your head wants to start leaning forward and you start looking down, it's hard to keep your head up, you can just stop right there. Right? That's a good position for right now. Your knees are going to be bent, and then you're going to push straight down, back up straight, just like this. All right? Important key features to note are that your toes should not start to tip out to the side. If you see them start to tip out to the side, put them back straight forward, right? Really focus on being able to bend your knees, push your knees outward without putting your toes outward. It's a really uncomfortable position sometimes for your ankles, maybe your feet or your legs or your knees, right? But we want to make sure that our feet stay as close to forward as we can while bending our knees like we're sitting, all right? So we can stand back up, keep your feet right where they are, pull your hands back, bend down. Good. Remember, don't lean forward too far. Keep your back up straight, straight down, back up, and straight down. Now, if you start to feel pressure on your ankles or your knees and it's uncomfortable, try moving it. Try moving your feet farther apart, right? Maybe a little bit closer, right? Whatever you need to do to make sure that you can still go straight down and sit, okay? Work on that. Now we're going to work on a high block. Step out, get in the right position, do a chumbi, and say, Tia. All right, now we're gonna work on a high block. I want you to pull both hands back into a double chamber, put both hands back ready to be used. Put your feet about double shoulder width apart. We're gonna be in a horse stance here. Now you're gonna take your left hand, and I want you to put that hand right in the center of your belly, or right where your chest is. Now you're gonna make a fist. You're gonna lift that arm straight over top of your head, and you're gonna turn your wrist a little tiny bit so that if something were to come and try to hit you on top of your head, your arm would be in the way to block. When we do our blocks, we actually don't block with our hand. We squeeze our hand to help tighten up all the muscles in our arm in the best, most efficient way. We squeeze, but the actual block is done with the bone in your arm. So I want the bone of my arm to be over top of my head, not my hand. We don't want to miss. We don't want to go too low. We don't want to go too high. We need to make sure it goes straight over your head with a little bit of space in between. So put your hand back down. Use the same hand, high block, say Tia. Put it back down. Bend your knees a little bit. High block again, say Tia. Put it back down a little faster. Bend your knees one more time, say Tia. Good. Now chamber this hand. Take your other hand on your stomach. Do a high block. Say Tia. Good. Remember, make sure it's the arm over top. It's above your head, but not too high. Pull it back. Touch it here. Ready? Tia. Good. Put it back down. Go. Tia. Put it back down. Bend your knees a little bit more. Last time, really fast. Ready? Go. Tia. Now we're gonna switch hands. Keep your hand right there. Now we're gonna switch hands. I just want you to take this hand, block up high, say Tia. Good. Next side, say Tua. Now say Tia, Tua, Tia, Tua, Tia, Tua, Tia, Tua. One more, say Asa. Good. Go back to ready position. And now we're going to take three, four steps forward. Tap your right leg twice. Take that foot step forward. Chamber your hand. Use your right hand. High block, say Tia. Now step forward in another front stance. Other side, say Tua. If you have room, step forward one more time, say Tia. And one more, if you have space, step forward, say Tua. And that's how we do our high block. Remember, we block with our arm over our head. We want to make sure that our hand is squeezed to help make our arm strong enough to stop somebody who might be attacking us with force. Now we're going to work on inside-outside block, all right, or inside to outside block. First, put your feet apart, get in ready position, and say Tia. Good. So the inside-outside block starts from inside of my shoulders, right? My shoulders are right here. When I make my hands in an X shape or bring my hands inside of my shoulders, that would be inside. When my hand moves to the outside, that's why it's called inside to outside, because it goes inside of our shoulders to the outside of our shoulders. Any technique that we do that goes from this direction with this arm, we call an inside-outside move. The opposite would be outside to inside. But for now, we're gonna do inside-outside. So you're gonna make an X. You're gonna take your left hand. You're gonna pull your left hand across this one over here. Make sure that it's up high enough to protect your head. This hand chambers right here. So put your hand back, same arm, kind of pull fast, chamber fast, ready, go. Tia. Good, pull it back. Tia. Good. Now let's try bending your knees a little bit, give your legs a little bit of workout. One more time, same arm, say Tia. Keep your knees bent. Now I want you to switch. Put the other arm on the outside. Pull it across and block over here. Get ready. Tia. Good. Bring it back. Same arm again. Say Tia. Make sure you're chambering. Make sure the hand is up. Don't let this hand come too far forward. Make sure it's straight up and down and it's over to the side. It has to come past where your nose is. If somebody's trying to attack your nose, you can't stop here. You have to actually move the thing away from your face all the way over here. And don't go too far because then you've left yourself open for other things. So make an X. One last time. Bend your knees. Say Tia. Now we're going to switch. You're going to make an X and go on this side. Say Tia. Take this arm, go on the outside of this arm. Make your X shape and say Tua. Remember to reach on the outside every single time. Tia. Make your X. Tua. Make your X. Tia. Make your X. Tua. One more time. Asa. Very nice. Remember, that block is protecting something coming at your face or maybe next to your face, and we're moving it away or stopping it from hitting us. So make sure that you go past your face and it's high enough. If it's too low, I've seen people be really strong before, but their arm is too low and the thing comes and hits them anyway. So make sure your arm is up high enough that your whole entire arm is protecting your face. Again, we don't block with our hand. We want to make sure that we block with our arm. The bone in our arm is what does most of the blocking. Now we're going to find number 27, one-step sparring, hand techniques. In number 27, you're going to step back. I start from where it should be. Good. We're going to step back with the right foot. Make sure it's your right foot back. Block with the left hand. Once we do this block, just like number 8, you're going to grab onto the wrist. Your back hand is going to come up and do what's called a ridge hand, or yokusudo. Right? Your fingers are tight, your thumb is in, you're going to hit with the ridge part of your hand. Block, ridge hand. Grab onto the person's shoulder, and then take your right leg up, and do a knee strike. We're going to go back to right position. Number 27, one more time. Step back with the right, block with the left, swing your hand around, hit the person in the side of the head, immediately drop your hand down and grab onto their shoulder. You can grab onto this wrist or let it go, but now you're going to pull the person in towards you, knee strike with the right leg, and land in front. So let's do it 3 times. Say, number 27. Good. Step back, block, ridge hand, knee. Good. Back to Jimmy. A little faster. Go. Good. Go back to ready position. And last try. Ready, go. Good. Go back to ready position. Wonderful job. All right, now we're going to work on number 26, self-defense techniques. All the techniques from 26 to 30 are all techniques from sitting down, either on a bench, a chair, on the ground, or laying down. when we typically practice in class, the way that we practice them and actually perform them even at the black belt test, we always do it from the ground. All right, so let's imagine that we're sitting. This is technically supposed to be from a chair position, and when we hook, and you'll see in a second, we should hook behind the knee, but since we're on the ground, we're gonna hook behind the ankle. So, all right, we're sitting on the ground, minding our own business, doing whatever we wanna do, and somebody starts to step towards us. If they step towards us with their left foot, which would be coming over this direction, we wanna take the same leg as them, but the opposite side, and we wanna put our foot up and try to kick or push toward their hip. All right, so they step kind of close to us. If you need to put your hand on the ground for a little pressure and pushing, you can. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna kick forward towards them. The leg that's on the ground, you're actually gonna hook behind their ankle, right? Trying to use the point of your heel to hook behind their ankle and push. Then, from there, you're gonna pull their foot the rest of the way, continue to push forward with your foot and a little over to the side and make them fall down. They should fall down backwards, either doing a back break fall or falling down or hurting their tailbone or rolling back out of it. All right, so one more time. Let's go, let's stand here. Let's actually put our hands down for now. All right, so we'll be here. The person steps with their left, so we kick with our left. The right leg is gonna hook around to the back of the ankle. We're gonna pull them down as we push them forward. Once they fall down, we can stand up from there. We're actually in a good position to do the figure four stand up like we normally do to stand up without our hands. But that's the technique. So let's actually practice the other side, right? Because we can do either side really easily. So if they happen to step towards us with their right foot, we take our right foot and we kick them. Once we kick them, the left foot is the one that hooks around. I want to pull them off balance with this one, continue to push as I rotate over this way until they fall backwards, shift backwards, lose their balance. And then from there, like I said, we can push with our hand or not even use our hands to stand up, continue all the way and continue to fight. All right, that is number 26. Let's just do it one more time, hands down. Remember, whatever foot they step with, you kick with the opposite. The foot that's still in is going to hook, then you have to pull, that's the important part, pull at the same time as you push, right? And then from here, we would stand up and be able to move towards them. All right, so good luck practicing that one. All right, that leaves us with today's challenge. Today's challenge is to actually do the 2 1-steps that you're supposed to know. Remember, we're working on the same 2 1-steps for the whole entire cycle. All right, for April, May, and June. All right, you're going to be working on in the beginners class 6 and 7 hands and feet techniques, 6 and self-defense. The intermediate class is working on 16 and 17 hands, feet, and self-defense. My advanced group is working on 26 and 27 hands, feet, and self-defense. We worked on the 1-steps 7, 17, and 27 today. Yesterday we worked on 6, 16, and 26. So your goal is to do the 2 1-steps that you need to know for your class. I want you to practice them 5 times each and try to get them done in 1 minute. We did this challenge last week with 3 different techniques. All right, I hope that it's a little bit easier this week. The only thing is these are very new techniques. So make sure you get them in your head first, right? Before you sit down to practice them, saying time me, make sure that you know without a doubt which one 6 is, and then which one 7 is, and then practice, or 16 and 17, or 26 and 27. So your goal, your challenge today is to do both your 1-steps, 5 times each in 1 minute. Good luck.